I see the title. I had to make it interesting because I want to talk a little bit. I'm gonna wait till some people come in. People will come in off the title, off the back. Because I know some people probably think, these motherfuckers really talk the way he type? Yes, I do. Very observant. I see a lot of bullshit in the dating realm. And I see why shit is so fucked up, man. Basically, in a nutshell, it's like this, man. If you boost the esteem of the lowest common denominator, then it raises the price for everything else that's above it to ridiculous astronomical levels, man. You know? And I blame social media, man. You know what I'm saying? Before there was social media, before there was camera phones, before there was Instagram where you could upload your pictures up in a second and show your ass off to all these strangers, man. You know, people of low caliber didn't really have a way to advertise themselves for a relatively low price on a grand scale. You know, so that fat chick, and not just fat women, I mean just that fat chick or that ugly chick or that disgusting chick, and there's some fat women that look cute. I'm talking about the fat, lowly, nasty one. That's what I'm talking about. Morbidly obese. But, you know, when they didn't have a vehicle or tool to kind of like promote themselves back then, niggas wasn't checking for them. Not like that. You understand what I'm saying? So they had to work a little bit extra harder. They had to do things to keep the guys around. Like they would have to, because, you know, ultimately a man wants sex from a woman and a woman wants love from a man. So there's always disconnect. You dig? So she wants this love from this man, and she understands that he wants sex from her. So her logic is, let me just give it to him as quickly as I can, so I can get this attention. You know what I mean? I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm disgusting. Nobody ain't really trying to come at me or nothing like that. So they just make it easy for these guys. So back in the days, 10, 15, 20 years ago, we had the easy chick that was the fat chick that was easy to get, or the ugly chick that was easy to get, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it worked great because, you know, they were at that level, you know, when things wasn't working out or whatever. At the end of the day, you still had that chick, that bottom feeder, so to speak. You know what I mean? That you could use to kind of build your confidence up, and then when you're ready to get back on the game, back on the wagon, and get somebody that you really want, you'll get it. But then something happened, man. Internet, man. Internet popped off, and like uploading your pictures online, because there's a lot of thirsty weirdos out here. But the thirsty weirdo never really had access to the low-hanging fruit. The thirsty weirdo never had that consistent access on a grand scale until they invented this internet and until they invented social media. So now the thirsty weirdo understands that thirsty weirdo gonna try to talk to anybody, but the thirsty weirdo, he understands that the fat chick or the ugly chick or the disgusting chick, that's the easiest one to get. He understands all off the rip, whether online and in real life. But online, you got all these lowly, fat, nasty chicks posting their pictures, bam, full blast. Now the weirdo wants an easy chick too. Why you gonna try to holler at this dime that's not gonna get back at him? So you gonna holler on, you know, online. So you gonna try to holler at the fat chick. Here's the thing though. There's hundreds of thousands of thirsty ass weirdos, and now they have the ability to instantly connect, contact these fat chicks and these ugly chicks and these disgusting chicks that normally wouldn't get attention in normal circumstances, but now they're getting it. You know, so now you got thousands of low ass broads posting their titties and they disgusting asses and they crackhead looking face, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They just got it's a smorgasbord of their images online. And then you got 10 times, to me, for every slut that's out there, even though women outnumber men, for every slut that's out there, there's 1,000 horny dudes that are fuck her. Which don't make no sense, because there's way more women than I think women outnumber men. From what last I heard, like 4 to 1 on Earth. So either a lot of bitches is being prudes or a lot of bitches is lying, man. Because for every one slut, there's like 1,000 niggas trying to fuck her. Seriously, you know what I mean? So now, the once fat, lowly slut, before the internet and all that, like, that never got attention or anything like that, now all of a sudden she getting motherfuckers coming at her left and right, online, dudes that she never even met. And some of these dudes are so thirsty, they'll tell you to get an Amazon account and they'll fucking send you donations through your PayPal. They'll send you gifts. This fat chick that had to work hard for it and suck all kinds of dick and all kinds of fucking before the internet, she don't gotta do none of that shit. All she gotta do is show a little bit of cleavage, do a little bit of phone sex. So she got niggas sending her shit left and right. Now this is what happens. This boosts her self-esteem and it fucks up the whole dating equilibrium. How? Because the one that was usually easy to get, whenever the fellas is having a hard time, she no longer exists. So her head is getting gassed, she feeling good about herself, she feeling confident, and now the chicks that's on a higher level than her, you know what I mean? They used to always look at her and be like, well, at least I'm not like this bitch, you know what I'm saying? She ain't getting no dick, she ain't doing whatever, but at least, you feel me? At least I'm doing my thing. But now, you know, most all the thirsty dudes, they're gravitating towards that lowly chick, and now she getting all these gifts and trinkets and things of that nature, and all she doing is showing her ass online. She don't even gotta put out for that shit no more. You understand what I'm saying? The lowly broad don't gotta put out. So now the chicks that's on a level a little bit higher than her, they're looking like, well, damn, I know I'm better than this bitch, and this bitch don't even gotta do shit no more. She just online and doing whatever. She getting all this shit from all these niggas. So fuck it, I'ma do what she's doing. I'm better than this bitch, and she not putting out, and she get whatever the fuck she want. So fuck it, I'ma put out even less than what I used to put out. And then, you know what I'm saying, that's the mid-level bitch. Now the chick that's above the mid-level bitch, she looking at her and like, damn, the mid-level bitch used to get kind of attention. The low-level bitch, she's starting to get all this attention, whatever. And these bitches not even doing shit. They just being online and just showing themselves off. Now the top-tier bitch, she already, you know, obviously she was always used to being standoffish or whatever. But ultimately, she had better guys coming at her. But now she's seeing how much attention like lower-level bitches is getting. And she's seeing what they're doing. They just fuck it. Just be more standoffish and be online. Whatever. Now, she's acting more conceited. So basically, like, the low-hanging fruit has totally dissipated, and it's a trickle effect. If the person on the bottom is feeling better about themselves and acting a certain way, to me, like, the bottom is like a reflection of the entire thing. So if the bottom is acting more fucked up, that's gonna make the top act that much more fucked up. So what I'm trying to say is, all these thirsty guys, because I mean, thirsty guys highlight anybody, but they highlight the lowest ones the most by far because they're usually easiest. You understand what I'm saying? So if they're raising the attitude and the esteem of the lowest one, and then the lowest start to act funny, overall, all of them, it's like dominoes, they all gonna act fucked up. And the lowest ones, they lead the charge in that shit, man. And that's basically what it is, man. Like, y'all thirsty ass niggas, y'all fucking up the game, man. You know what I mean? Y'all not challenging these chicks. You're not challenging these ugly chicks. You're not challenging these fat chicks. Fat, disgusting ones. I ain't talking about some big, sexy women. Don't get it twisted. I ain't talking about big and sexy. I'm talking about fat, morbidly obese with the asshole attitudes. Now, if you just a fat chick, yeah, I know I'm fat. I don't give a fuck, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Take it as it is. If you got confidence about yourself, I find that sexy. But when you start trying to act like an arrogant asshole, you know what I'm saying? Or you timid, yo, get your shit together. And I'm not the most sexy or anything like that, but a man don't gotta be sexy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm out here getting money, doing my thing, and developing my craft. You understand? So I attract people, I attract women in different ways, and I'm not a fat, disgusting motherfucker. I get out here in the gym, I work it out, and I drop 30 pounds in a month. I've done it 3-4 times. It's not a problem. I'm not far gone. You just look at my body, and you look at my body, and be like, this nigga bullshit. He can be better. He can be in better shape than what he is. But anyway, these thirsty ass dudes, man, they fucked up the whole game, man. There's no, I mean, yeah, there's probably still like low-hanging fruit, but the low-hanging fruit, like the easy lay, if you're going through a tough time now, is bitches on Backpage and like crackheads and shit like that. Bitches you gotta blatantly pay money for, and it's like, nah, man. Oh, this song tough. I don't mind buying it, but like, I'm not if I feel like, yo, if I don't have to buy it, why should I have to? I talk to the chick, she feeling me, you know, I'm gonna take her out for a couple drinks or what have you, whatever, we get it in. Like, I don't wanna just fucking leave with $500, you know, my whatever it costs in my hand, like, yo, let me fucking, like, I'm not pressed for the pussy that much, not yet. Going through a little rough dry spell right now. Trucking and everything. But yeah, man, yo, you gotta raise the bar, man. Like, you know, I think everybody should just play their position like the lowly chick that's trash or whatever. If she's not really trying to do something to improve herself to attract better people, fuck it, man. Just fuck these little raggedy dudes, man. You know what I mean? Keep it raggedy with the raggedy. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck up the whole date. It's like an ecosystem, man. You fucking up the ecosystem. It's like if all of a sudden we just kill all the frogs. You know what I'm saying? That will fuck up the earth in like 4 or 5 days. The plane will go extinct. The same thing with the dating world. If you throw a car on a low, it's like a ladder. You know what I'm saying? If you take the rung out the bottom of the ladder, it's gonna change the foundation of the whole fucking ladder and shake shit up, yo. You know what I mean? And social media basically the combination of social media and thirsty niggas having access to all these bitches. Well, it's a combination of social media, fat, disgusting, whack chicks advertising themselves on the social media, and mad thirsty ass niggas gassing them up, calling them thick when you know damn well they fat, man. You know what I'm saying? Calling the chick sexy when you know she damn well ugly, man. Calling her a sweetheart when you know damn well she an asshole. It's boosting the lower ones' attitudes, and it's making the upper ones look down at the lower ones like, fuck it, I gotta be like them. Ah, man. Cause y'all even listen to me right now. Ears clogged up. That's pretty much it, man. I say fat bitches and all that shit. I use that kind of language. But I'm a fat guy myself, so I can talk that shit, man. It's like a black person saying the word nigga. If I get once I get abs and I get in shape or whatever, I'll never say fat bitches again. Publicly. Yeah, we gotta stop gassing low common denominator. And the same thing with women, man. They gotta stop glorifying thugism, these fake ass thugs. And it's like, yo, just because you are afraid of your man or intimidated by your man does not mean he's going to protect you. That's extortion, man. A lot of women, they'll take being afraid of their man, that attracts them, because they're like, if I'm scared of him, that means he can kick somebody's ass, and that's fucking stupid, man. You shouldn't be afraid of who you dating, man. You know, have the confidence that he's gonna protect you if some shit go down. But in normal circumstances, if you dating a normal person, normal circumstances, motherfuckers ain't just running up on you and disrespecting you and your girl. That's only in the hood. You shouldn't be in the hood anyway, man. This shit corny, man. I'm not taking, you know what I'm saying? When I get next shorty I have, I got a couple things I'm talking to, but I take her to a comedy. I ain't taking her to no hood club in Philadelphia or nothing like that to fucking prove my manhood and fight motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about me. That shit corny as hell, man. That shit is stupid, man. Horrible, man. You gotta raise the bar, man. And the thing, honestly, you know, people say shaming is bad, but if you look at shame for what it is and you take it as constructive criticism, like, honestly, if we didn't take shame as being such a taboo word, like, society would improve as a whole. Because, okay, you get shamed about your weight, you start working out and getting in shape. You get shamed about certain foods that you eat, so you start eating better. You get shamed about smoking cigarettes, so you don't smoke as much. You get shamed about, like, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, ultimately, if they're shaming you, but if it's something that if you actually listen to the shame and apply it to your life and it improves yourself, then take it as motivation to improve and get better, man. Period, man. Take it as such, yo. You know? You gotta raise the bar, man. This shit is fucked up though right now. This shit is horrible, man. And I don't know, you know, like, I swear, y'all had a good run, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, from 2000 and when I really started going crazy, like 2005. Like, I mean, since I was 19, I always was getting little buns here and there, but like once I got on my own apartment, I started late, but once I got on my own in like 2004, 2005, bruh, yo, it was effortless. And maybe it was where I worked at, you know, the restaurants I worked at. So I was, you know, I was constantly had access to women, things of that nature. And I would just use the same line. And I need to start using that line again. That shit would work every fucking time, yo. Every time. Yo, fellas, you want to know a good line to basically bag a chick or just kind of cut the shit? If you feeling her, I'll give you all a line right now. Just be like, yo, baby girl, when you taking me to dinner? Ask her when did she take you to dinner? Two things gonna happen. Either A, she's interested. Well, actually three things happen. So you can pretty much know where you stand. Either A, she gonna take you to dinner, boom, you in there. B, she gonna be like, when you gonna take me to dinner? And you in there. So you got a 66% chance. Or C, she'll be like, never, and I don't wanna go. But that eliminates it. You got a 2 and 3 chances. You got a 66% chance with that shit every single time. Because out of them 3 things, you gonna know where you stand. You either A, she's gonna want you to take her. B, she's gonna want to take you. Or C, she don't give a fuck about you. And I used to use that line, yo, that shit used to work so much. I haven't used that line in a long ass time, man. But that shit was fucking flawless. It was foolproof, bro. Just to kind of like, you know, break the ice. Just to see like where I stood as far as her being interested in me. I'm gonna start using it again. But it kind of worked, like, it works better if you kind of got like a little rapport. You can't just come up to a chick you don't know at all, be like, yo, you gonna take me to dinner? To me, that game, that little line more or less works if you kind of know the person, like, or if you've been conversating with them for a little bit, like, you know, it was co-workers of mine. Whenever it was a new chick, bad chick that came in, some of the places I worked at, man, I always got them, man. Always. With that line, that shit worked. That shit was like 99% foolproof. But then again, you know, I had more hair and I was more slim, I was a little more cute. I figured it'd be harder to work with an ugly motherfucker, but that shit worked for me, man. That's all I use to get in the door. When you gonna take me to dinner? So when you take me out to eat, I will always say that shit. That shit will always work. Always. Always. I'm about to start using that. I'm gonna use that shit tonight. But that's all I got though. Once I get in the door, I don't know what the fuck to do after that. We rock and roll for a little bit. I wind up getting soft and I become a bitch and shit. And then, like, you know, a woman, ultimately, like, I think it's a woman's nature to be led. And if you got a dude, you know what I mean, that's coming into your life, ladies, but he wants you to lead him, that's just against y'all nature. You don't want that shit. Just like most men, ultimately, your standard cookie cutter man doesn't want a chick to fucking take the lead. In some aspects, yeah, but overall, the man leads the relationship and the woman supports it. That's just how we're designed, man. We both have our roles of importance. But yeah, man, like the game and shit, like years ago, that shit used to work, and I think I just got older and I just got tired of just playing around and shit. Like I can still get them, but it's a combination of like me getting older, me just not caring as much no more. Like I done had enough sex, I done had plenty of buns, man. I done lost so much money, I done lost so much time. You know what I mean? I put myself at risk and danger. You know what I mean? All kinds of shit, man. It's just like I'm just not as motivated. Like I would like a shorty. Don't get me wrong. I would like a good companion female to rock with, whatever. But I don't have the youth or the time or the interest or the patience or the energy to put in that I once did 10 years ago. I just don't. I don't got that motivation like that no more at all. Man. I'm like a one strike you're out type dude. Like if I make plans with a chick and she cancels on me on the last second, I'm not talking to you no more, y'all. Like now, or this is what I'll do. I'm like, okay, that's how it is. Okay, that's how it is. And fuck it. I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna make no plans. I'm not gonna do nothing. It's on you. And if she don't hit, she don't hit me back, then fuck it. She was never interested. And I've had situations like that where a bitch would stun on me, or whatever, not give a real explanation. So fuck it, I don't call her no more. I see her like 6 months later. She's like, why you stop calling me? I'm like, bitch, because we have fucking plans. You canceled on me. You didn't give me a real reason. So fuck it, I ain't hit you up no more. And then 6 months later, now you're gonna talk about what happened while I was playing? Because some of these bros, man, they want you to keep trying and keep trying and keep. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm on my way to retirement, man. I'm not fresh into the league out of high school or out of college or whatever, and I'm enthusiastic and I'm trying to get a contract. Listen, I done played about 4 or 5 teams, man. Never won a championship, never got married or anything like that, or had kids, whichever you view as a championship. You know what I mean? I've had a few bad contracts, man. I'm just on the tail end of my career, man, and I'm not motivated. I'm not trying to work hard and practice every fucking day and do suicide drills and push-ups and shit like that, man. Fuck that. Like, nigga, I've established myself in my dating career, man. I'm not saying I need the greatest of contract. I know I'm kind of old. I ain't trying to pull a Charles Oakley where I want a 1-year deal for $40 million. I'm about to retire. I know I'm not in a position to get the cream of the crop ladies. Not yet. Now, once the comedy pop off and I start getting money for men, that's like the fountain of youth. Then I can raise my standards a little bit. Right now, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm like to compare to an NBA player, like, you know, I'm like a 38, 39-year-old baller. Or NBA years are old is like 33, 34. So even though I'm 37, but in NBA years, I'm like 35 years old. Like, I've had a decent career, you know what I mean? I had a decent jump shot. I've scored quite a few times, but I can't score the way I used to. You know, I play a little defense. I play rebounds, and I'm a good veteran in the locker room, so to speak. I can give you some good wisdom or some good advice, and I can give you advice based on like the mistakes that I made, so that you can make better decisions for yourself. That's all I am. That's all I want. Nothing major. She don't got to be the baddest chicks, nothing like that. Just she got to be cute. Gotta be cute. Don't have to have a spectacular body. We can work out together, but you can't be fucking obese. I weigh about 230, 235 pounds. You can't weigh more than me. You can't weigh more than me, period. You can't weigh more than me. No. And definitely gotta have a sense of humor. I would prefer a person to not be religious. I would prefer her not to be religious, but if she's religious, you know, be spiritual. Don't be the type to throw it all in my face or run a guilt trip because I'm not going to church, because I'm not going to church. I'm not going to. Religion has been around 6 years and the planet has progressively gotten worse. So obviously religion isn't the answer to this fucking planet's problems, period. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would rather not be religious, or at least not all up in my face like that. Like this one chick I'm talking to, she's Catholic, but she not all up in my face about it, so that's cool. Definitely gotta have a sense of humor. I got a sense of humor. I talk shit. Just be consistent, man. Shorty gotta be consistent. Like, I don't gotta see you every day. I don't want to see you every day. I don't gotta see you every other day. Hell, I don't gotta see you every week. I can see you once every other week. But the thing is, man, you said a lot of gas going on today. It's the first tomorrow. A lot of gas? What you talking about? Hey, but the thing is, I don't gotta see a shorty every day. But the thing is, just be consistent. Like, if we see each other once every 2 weeks, on Sunday or whatever, 7 p.m., you know what I'm saying? Once every 2 weeks. Then, you know what I mean? That's what I want. I want that consistency. If we see each other once every 3 days or every Thursday at a certain time, you know what I mean? It's like work schedule, man. It's like the work schedule. That's when you punch in. You punch in. I see you Thursday. We do what we got to do. I'm out. But the whole fact of the matter is, like, of knowing when I'm gonna see shorty. Now, when you want some inconsistent, sporadic, I have no idea when I'm ever going. I can't fuck with that shit. Like a lot of times, relationships. I approach relationships like almost like a job. You know, if you're working at a job, how you gonna work at a job when you never know when you're gonna go in? Now, what kind of fucking job is that shit? Or you never know when you're gonna get paid. We gonna pay you, I don't know when we gonna pay you. Might pay you Friday, might pay you Tuesday, we might pay you next month. Even if I had a job where I only got paid once a month, as long as I got paid that 1 month and I got paid my work, I wouldn't mind it. But if I never knew when I was gonna get paid, I wouldn't work that job. If I never knew when I had to come into work, I wouldn't work that job. So how the fuck do people be in relationships when they never know when they're gonna see the person that they're dealing with? Or just getting to know. Another thing is, when I'm meeting a chick or whatever, I don't want to hear the negative off the bat. I don't want to hear about all the shit you can't do and all the things that you don't want, because that's irrelevant. That's not important. By you telling me the things that you like, those are the things I have to focus on. Like, period. Like, if you tell me like you like chicken, you like going to the movies, and you like hiking, then those are three things I'm gonna focus on. I'm not like, if you tell me those are things that you love, why would I say some shit like, let's go to the aquarium? Now you just told me the things that you like. Or you say you like chicken, so I'm like, hey, let's go out for some steaks. But you already told me that you love chicken, so why would I suggest steak? You understand what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I mean? Like, put it this way, like, if you go into a relationship and you telling the person all the things that you don't like, that still doesn't help, because you can tell me 1,000 things that you don't like. I still don't know what you like. I gotta keep asking, but if you tell me exactly, specifically what you like, I don't gotta worry about all this. So don't be like, oh, I don't like a man to do this, and I don't like that, and I don't like this, and I don't like that, and I don't like... No, tell me what you do like. You tell me what you do like, and I'm gonna focus on that. Just like when you go into a job. You're doing an interview or whatever, you're not selling the jobs what you don't like about companies or being negative and shit. Like, you're not gonna get a job. You talk about all the things you do like about this particular company that you're potentially interested in. You talk about all the things that you do like about work or whatever it is that you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? And you talk about all the good qualities that you can bring to the table. Keep the negative to the background, man. Like, a lot of women, they do this bullshit. They always talking about what they don't want. So they start negative off the bat, man. You know? I don't care about what you don't like, man. Because you don't care about what you don't like. That shit is fucking irrelevant, man. Talk about what you do. It's so easy. Like, if you really look at it logically, like, to have a productive relationship, the shit is so fucking easy, man. But we get so caught up on our egos, man. We get so caught up in our way of doing things that doesn't work, that we just ignore it. Or we're just too freaking stubborn, man. Like, that shit crazy, man. And they don't listen, or maybe you're not saying it loud enough, though. Maybe you're not saying it loud enough. It's just so simple. Like, Medalia, even if I flip it on your end, if your man tells you exactly what he likes, you know what I'm saying? I like my steak butterfly, medium well. I like football on Sundays, and I like Coronas. He tell you that shit. Why the fuck you gonna try to make him watch baseball on a Saturday? Why the fuck you gonna try to serve him pork chops? And why the fuck you gonna try to give him Hennessy? Like, he's telling you what he likes, so focus on the things that they like. Period. Like, we always trying to do some extra shit. Now, it doesn't hurt to try to introduce something new or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, give him the things that he likes. Now, if he gets tired of certain things, he's gonna make a suggestion like, you know what? He had steak a little bit too much. You know what? You know what I'm saying? Let's try something different. But initially, at least go with things that we like, man. I think people listen loud and clear. A lot of times, we don't communicate properly. Or a lot of times, women always want men to figure out what it is that women want. But the sad thing is, half the time, women don't even know what the fuck they want. So I'm trying to figure out what you want, but you don't even really know what you want. So how the fuck am I going to... Ultimately, a man leads the relationship. He said, you cracking up on a different level? You watching my comedy now? That's another thing. I tell the chick, I like going in, I like to eat the booty. Sometimes I like to eat the booty before I like to eat the pussy, because like some dudes like the juices all in their faces and shit like that. I'm not one of those guys. That shit don't do it for me, man. It don't. But I still like my face being down there though. You know what I'm saying? But when the juices is like, nah, man, I'ma do it. I'ma do what I gotta do. But I eat the booty before I eat the vagina, man. I go yamming before I go clamming. Yeah, man. But you gotta say what you like. You gotta say what you like. You gotta listen to what that person likes, and you have to focus on those likes, man. Like, if you meet the dude off the back and he loves video games, maybe you don't like it or whatever, but that's what he likes. So why you gonna try to take something away that gives your man joy and it's not destructive? Now, if he loves drugs or he loves like alcohol, that's different. But if he loves something as simple as like video games or golfing or whatever, man, try to support him in that shit. Try to understand why it is that he likes what he likes. It's tough. You know what I mean? Try to support that. You know what I mean? Just like for women, I don't know what's the bullshit y'all like. Y'all like love and hip hop. That shit is fucking poison to the mind, but you know, a couple times, you know what I'm saying, just to entertain her, I'll sit down with you, because it's not about what you like personally, it's about you getting joy off of what your partner likes. Your joy should come from your partner being happy, as long as it's not destructive. That's what it comes down to. And I think a lot of people in these relationships, y'all don't understand this shit, man. Y'all just all about, yo, what can I get out of this situation? How can I, be happy because that person is happy. As long as it's not destructive. Like I keep saying that. Because a person could be happy beating up motherfuckers in bars and shit. You don't want to be, or a person could be happy starting trouble. You don't want to be around that type of person unless you enjoy starting trouble. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But seriously, man, going back to the original thing, we gotta stop gassing up whack ass people, man. The bench warmer, the person that's on the bench should be treated like she on the motherfucking bench. The person that's at the end of the bench, the 12th man, the 13th man or woman or whatever it is that you're into, they should be treated as such, man. Yo, I love comparing like relationships, like dating and shit to sports, man. It's like sports, man. An NBA team, an NBA roster, an active NBA roster, I think has it's 12 players, and it's like two or three extra players on the bench, like for injury, if there's like an injury or whatever. If the person, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th man, if all of a sudden, and they barely doing shit, and they garbage, if all of a sudden you getting them all this money, at the bottom, it's gonna raise the value of the price of the motherfucker that's at the top. Because if the motherfucker at the bottom that don't deserve it getting all this fucking money and attention and accolades, then the person that does deserve it, it's gonna fucking put their price through the roof, man. So we gotta stop gassing these lowly ass people. Let these lowly people fuck each other and eventually just die out, man. Like seriously, man. That's the real eugenics, man. People that ain't shit shouldn't be reproducing, period, man. Now that's some Adolf Hitler type shit, but it's reality, man. They shouldn't be. I'm not saying they can't or they won't. They just shouldn't be. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody that's worthless and garbage and horrible, man. Now, if you were like a genuinely nice person, you trying to improve your life or whatever, then by all means, you should have the right to reproduce. But if you just some scumbag, bottom feeder, bottom dwelling, disgusting asshole, like, yo, you should just live your little bullshit 60 to 80 years and just fucking die and just not exist anymore, and there's no way to pass on your deoxyribonucleic acid to anybody else, man. Period, man. Yeah, but this dating shit, this shit is crazy, man. I'm gonna start, and I think another thing is, like, back in the days, like years ago, I would keep my mouth shut about a lot of shit that I noticed, like a lot of bullshit that women was trying to put me through, a lot of games that they try to run. But now, I just kind of I call this shit out every time. And a lot of times when women are exposed, especially bullshit women, it makes their pussy dry up, man. That turns them off, man. Like, it was this one time, right? I was chilling at the bar with one of my homegirls, one of the chicks, and then we just was sitting close to each other talking or whatever. And all of a sudden she was talking, she put her hand on my thigh, but she put that shit mad close to like my penis. And I started getting aroused, and we was looking at each other, we almost kissed. And instead of talking about it, you know, I mean, instead of just going in and kissing, my dumb ass fucking talked about this shit. I was like, damn, we was about to kiss. I said, look at you trying to flirt with me, putting your hand on my leg, and I'm getting all horny. Like, why the fuck am I talking about it, man? I'm fucking stupid as shit. That's like being in a movie and like giving away the scenes. You know, oh, watch out, this part, that's what's about to happen. Like, that's like spoiling the movie. Once the movie is spoiled, once you already, like, say it's a tough ass movie, but you fucking spoil the movie, what's the point in watching the movie? You already done said what was gonna happen. The same thing with these hoes, man, these chicks, man. Like, they like to be covert, and they like to be like indirect with their sexual shit, because a woman never wants to be labeled as a hoe. Like, it always has to be the guy's fault. So you have to construct shit in a way that she wants it, but she makes it seem like you wanted it, so when you fuck her, or if anything goes wrong, it was your fault, even though she's the person that kind of masterminded the circumstances for the shit to happen. And that's basically what she was doing, but my ass started talking and shit like that, and it was kind of a reality check. She was kind of embarrassed about it. Never got a chance to fuck her again. Never, and I was in there too, bro. I was in. She on my Facebook. She on my friends list. She know what the fuck. If she heard the story, that's my homegirl too. Good peoples, but I had a chance, but I done talked my way out of pussy many, many times, man. But I probably talked my way out of good situations though, because I'm not on child support. I don't got no terminal disease or nothing like that. You know, I got no crazy baby mamas. I don't got no beef. But sometimes, fellas, we gotta just shut the fuck up. Go with the flow, man. Yo, one thing about Little Brother, they raps is trash, but they got a great production, man. Yeah, man. He be spoiling buns, man. I think ultimately women and men, we both want to fuck respectively, but women want meaningful dick. This is how it is. Women want dick that's meaningful, that means something. They feel like they're getting something, like something emotional out. And men just want pussy that isn't stressful to get. And that's the disconnect right there. Because if a woman wants dick that's meaningful, there's a lot of stress going into you acting a certain way to make yourself seem meaningful. And we don't want to fucking, we just want some pussy that's not difficult. Like, oh damn, yo, if you want to fuck, let's just fuck. And if the shit manifests into something better, then the fucking manifest. Why I gotta do this song and dance and pretend like I'm like the most perfect person on earth just for you to fuck me? It's like, so me pretending like I'm a certain way is gonna make you comfortable? Half the time, you know what I'm saying, these dudes that get these broads or whatever, man, a woman, she's in love with him, in love, so to speak, and she feels comfortable, but he was only doing that shit to get the pussy, so he's not even really being who he is, who he really truly is. That's why 2, 3, 5 years go by, you feel like you made a mistake. I made a mistake. I didn't even know he was like that off the back. Yeah, because he was fucking doing the song and dance to get your fucking vagina as fast as he possibly could. So he put it, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't just come out and say, oh, I just want to fuck you, because he wouldn't have did that shit. So he had to lie and be a certain way in order to get that shit, man. So now you basically got somebody that was wearing a mask, and he gonna put the mask on for a while, but as soon as he realized he got it like that, or whatever, then fuck it. I ain't gonna like get you gifts and take you out and shit like that, man.
Word. I heard y'all ain't hitting in North Carolina. Word.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so a lot of times, like, these women, they fall in love with dudes that their whole agenda was to fuck. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. When ladies, if a guy is interested in you, and his agenda is not to fuck, that's a weird motherfucker. Like, what is his agenda? To steal something from you? Like, yo, we men, we want to have sex with you. Now, if it's your only agenda, that's some shit I don't co-sign. Like, if my only agenda is to fuck you, then, well, I co-sign it if you put it out there. Like, you know, I'm just trying to fuck or whatever. Like, because you put it out there, and there's two things can happen. Either A, she want to fuck you, or B, she don't. That's it. End of discussion. You don't got to waste some money. You don't got some time. Keep it moving. But some people, like, all men want to fuck. All men, fucking is a part of their agenda if they're interested in a woman. Having sex. And then falling in love is the woman's agenda. But it's not the only agenda. And women shouldn't be offended if a man wants to have sex with them, or if that's his agenda, if it's not his only agenda. And if you feel like that's his only agenda, then why are you even interacting with this individual? You shitting on yourself. You feel me? Women shouldn't get so offended that a man wants to have sex with them. That's the crazy, like this whole you thirsty blah 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 because you give him compliments or a guy wants to have sex with you. We're human beings. That's what we want to do, man. What the fuck? I get mad when a chick want my money and she barely know me. Want me to take you out. If a chick is a real chick and she don't want a dude that's just trying to smash or whatever and they going on the first date, she should offer to go Dutch or she should offer to pay because that puts the power in her hands. If you don't want a man to just only want to fuck you, you pay for that meal. You got the power over him. We ain't fucking, but you know what? I ain't trying to fuck you tonight, but you know what? Whatever you showed interest in me, I'll take care of this first meal. It's gonna fuck his head up, man. It's gonna make him see this shit totally different, man. Trust. I got a little game. I know a little bit about this shit, man. I just be lazy, man. You know? I got a little information and advice I can give y'all, even though nobody's watching me right now. They say misery loves company, but I don't need shit, so don't come to me. And I don't eat dick, so don't come to me. You see me in a fucking beamer, leaning tough as beans with winter fever. Your nose itching, hoes wishing he was a keeper. Fuck up, bro, he was a keeper. Fuck papers, he was the reefer. Now he's meaner than meaner. Hey, yo, what's poppin', Playboy, man? You see my broadcast I'm making right now? Now he keeps his heart next to his Nina. And you used to see him saving up his money from shows, getting rolls, turning down ridiculous hoes. All he wanted was... I know, I gotta buy a whole new wardrobe. I got a wardrobe, a closet full of clothes, man. I'm just too fat to wear it. And I always keep telling myself I should just get in shape. I can save mad money, man. But it's easier to make money than it is to get in shape. Way easier, man. I have $1,000 deposited into my bank account next Friday before I lose 10 pounds. Or maybe I can fucking work hard and go crazy, but I don't got the time, trucking and all that shit. But I'll make a G way before I fucking lose 10 pounds. Easy. I'll make $5 grand before I lose 50 pounds, man. But I don't want to start buying new clothes because I'm not going to be motivated to lose this weight. That's why I just refuse to buy new clothes, man. Fat ass stomach, man. I was in Pennsylvania yesterday. I was in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Went to this little bar or whatever, and I'm walking around the street, pimping and shit, like I'm sexy. But then I looked in the windows and I just saw how big my stomach was. And I'm like, yo, no matter how hard I pimp, no matter how much swagger I walk with, I'm still a fat motherfucker. Period. And unless I'm coming out with that money, these bitches ain't gonna be feeling me out here like that. Not at all. Unless my clothes ain't on point. I just got a couple pair of cargo shorts, some fucking 10-year-old Steve Maddens, and a tight ass motherfucking P&G shirt, whatever it's called, with my belly hanging out. I'm still thinking it's 06. Well, no, not even 06. I'm still acting like it's 2012 when I weighed 205 pounds. Looking sexy than a motherfucker. I'm gonna get it back, though. I just gotta eat better. One thing I will say, I don't do McDonald's and all that crazy shit on the road. I do a lot of Subway. I do a lot of grinders. But Subway has alternatives where you, whatever goes in your sandwich, you can make them into salads. I think I'm gonna start doing my steak salads now, man. We all know the oldest trick in the book. What you do, you wait around, waiting. Fuck with Murs, man. Murs is tough. Soon found out she was so real with it. 1 year Murs is tough. Man, who would deal with it? Yeah, I felt he like a West Coast Kanye West. He look like him too. A couple years back, I would have told you there was no chance in hell. Sound like him too. Oh well, here I was. That's how it be when you're falling in. I wouldn't say that. Maybe it was them trips to the gentleman's club. Oh well, that got me feeling I was giving, but I wasn't giving back. Man, that story about that cow and that milk ain't a fact, cause it was way too long. What up, Latasha Hightower? You sound hilarious. Did you watch my whole... How long, Latasha, how long have you been watching? Because I don't feel like nobody watching me right now. Or are you just laughing at the title?
do. Playing on my phone and you won't leave me alone. I think it's finally time.
I'm a comedian, yo. At the end of the day, man, yo, this is what I'm trying to do with my life, man. I got a lot to talk about, man. I got a lot to say, man. I might not have as much experience. I feel like I'm about to start rapping and shit. I might not have as much experience as, like, you know, some of these comics that have been in 10, 15 years. Man, I got a story to tell. I've been through some shit. I got some jokes. I got some jokes for all you folk. Got a couple jokes. It's like, I like making people laugh, man. That shit is fun, man. Out of any art, like, when I used to do poetry, I used to have people in awe. Like, they'd be looking at me like, oh shit, this shit tough. And that feels good. It definitely feels good. But the thing is, the poems that I did that made people laugh, the way that made me feel so much better than anything. Like, you know, when I sing karaoke, I smash the room. So many people come up, shake my hand like I'm a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? I've had many chances to be in, like, different bands, and I refuse to do it because I know how to sing. I just don't have a love for it. And I did the poetry. Poetry, I had a pretty good love for it, man. I was real close to trying to be like a national poet, and I probably still could if I wanted to. But it was just, there's certain things with the community, the poetry community, that rubbed me the wrong way. It just kind of turned me off, so I got away from it. But comedy was something that, you know what I'm saying, throughout my life since I was a kid, like, comedy was something that was consistently always there, man, you know what I mean? And it was just like, I was thinking about writing my set, like, back in 2002. 2003 is when I really started first writing jokes. I just didn't know how to put it together. Like, literally, it took me like 11, 12 years before I finally put it out there. Got the courage, man. And I'm mad. And I'm mad about it. I'm mad that I chose comedy this late, because they say it take about 10 years for you to, you know, really get good as a comedian and start getting money, like, consistently. So within 10 years of me starting comedy, I'm gonna have to wait till I'm 44 years old, and I'm already having erectile dysfunction problems. So by the time I really start getting money and the groupies start coming and shit, I ain't gonna have no dick for the groupies, man. This shit is horrible, man. I'm gonna have to start taking, hopefully they'll have some type of super Viagra or something like that. That'll just make my dick 15 years younger. Like, hopefully, because I already said, like, it's depressing, man. I almost don't want to be a comedian because I'm not gonna be able to take care of the groupies. That's the main thing that made me not want to do it, because I'm gonna be horrible, because I'm gonna fuck the groupies. The shit gonna be horrible, and, like, the social media is gonna be probably virtual reality by the time I get famous. So they gonna be taking pictures of me, virtual reality, the limp ass dick and shit. I can't fuck. Now I'm just known as the comedian that can't please his hoes. Horrible. Horrible, man. So I need to hurry up, man, and get good. And now I'm working and trucking and shit, so I can't even practice like that, man. So I probably won't get famous as a comic until I'm 50 years old, man. And this is another thing that sucks, because a lot of these comedians, like, at different levels, that's, you know, that's doing that, like the Dave Chappelle's and the Harry Spear's and et cetera, Hannibal Burris, like, I want to meet all these people, but it's like, and Charlie Murphy and all that. But it's like, by the time I get famous, all these motherfuckers gonna be senior citizens, man, and not gonna care about doing comedy. It's like meeting Dick Gregory or some shit like that. Like, I'm finally popping off, and all the comedians that I love, they all dead or in wheelchairs and shit like that. Now I'm the old ass comic. You know what I mean? Like, so that's gonna be two things. By the time I get famous, when I finally start doing work with all these comedians, they're gonna be elderly and shit. So it's gonna be a lot of elderly skits. And then on top of that, I ain't gonna be able to fuck my hoes right. Like, as a comic, I'm literally gonna have to pay somebody to fuck my bitches, man. It's like, yo, I really want to fuck you, but I can't do it. But, like, you know how, like, some famous people have, like famous black artists, rappers and shit, they got their barber that always go to them. I'm gonna have to have a porn star to always hang out with me. So when it's time to fuck these hoes, you know, my porn star, you know, but he gonna look like him. I'm gonna try to pay for somebody that kind of look like me, like a younger version of me, you know what I'm saying? So when it's like, yeah, baby, I'm about to fuck the shit out you. We go in the room, we turn the lights low, and then he the one that does it. He's the one that smashes it, you know what I'm saying? Keep the lights low. She's like, damn, you look real low in these lights. I mean, you look real young in these low lights, man. You know, it's almost like it's not you. And it's like, the thing is, it's really not me. It's really somebody else that look like me.